Welcome to the Book Review Podcast. Today we're jumping into a really influential book from 2018, Vex King's Good Vibes, Good Life, How to Achieve Self-Mastery and Attract the Life You Want. It definitely falls into that modern self-help sort of spiritual growth category. And I think why it resonated so much is, well, it promises something practical. Our mission today is to explore why this book isn't just feel-good philosophy, but offers a real roadmap connecting your personal energy, your vibration, to actually getting the life you want.
Absolutely. And what really gives it, I think, its power is the authenticity behind it.
Yeah.
Vex King isn't just talking theory. He's lived it. He gives you actionable steps, yeah, but they're grounded in his own pretty intense personal story. It feels less like advice and more like a hard-won guide.
Definitely. And we have to start there with his background because his credibility isn't academic, is it? It comes from lived experience, deeply traumatic experience, actually.
That's right. His motivation wasn't some intellectual pursuit initially. It was pure necessity. He talks about a really unstable childhood, spending 3 years without a proper home, sometimes in quite terrifying shelters.
Yeah, he describes being just 4 years old and seeing things like, blood and broken glass on the stairs. It's hard to square that reality with finding concepts like unconditional love or high vibrations.
It is, but that's what makes his journey so compelling. He eventually came to see that, in his words, the good, the bad, and the downright ugly events are all a part of who I've become. So his search for self-mastery wasn't about philosophy. It was about finding a way out, a path away from misery.
He basically reverse engineered happiness from a place of deep suffering. And you can't ignore the dedication to his mother.
No, it's central. He credits her with showing him unconditional love, even in the worst circumstances, proving to him that with love, anything was possible, end quote. And that idea, applying that unconditional love to yourself, becomes the absolute bedrock of the book.
Which brings us to how he defines self-love. Because it's not what people often think, is it? Not just indulgence or surface-level stuff.
No, not at all. For King, self-love is this essential balance. It's about accepting yourself truly, unconditionally, right now as you are.
Okay.
But also recognizing you deserve better. And crucially, putting in the work to move towards that better reality.
So it's acceptance plus effort. That feels more demanding, maybe more realistic than just saying love yourself.
Exactly. It sets a higher standard.
Now, interestingly, before he fully dives into his main theory, he talks about hitting a wall with the law of attraction. The idea that attracts through thoughts.
Right. He actually had some big success with it early on. He visualized needing 500 pounds for a holiday, and boom, an unexpected 800 pounds of tax refund landed in his account. So he was sold. Initially.
But it didn't always work.
No. He describes this really messy university group project where everything went wrong. He tried to think positively, but inside he was just, furious and stressed, swinging wildly between emotions.
So the positive thoughts couldn't paper over the really strong negative feelings.
Precisely. And that failure was key. It led him to realize the law of attraction was missing something vital. That led him to the law of vibration.
Okay, so what's the difference?
The universe, according to King, doesn't just respond to your thoughts. It responds to your vibration, your overall energetic state. As he puts it, quite simply, the universe responds to your vibration. It will return whatever energy you put out. It's about your energetic output.
Vibration can sound a bit out there for some people. How does he make that tangible?
He brings it back to basic physics, really. Everything's made of atoms, right? And atoms vibrate. Reality as we perceive it happens through matching vibrations. He uses the analogy of tuning forks. If you have two forks tuned to the same frequency and you strike one,
the other one starts vibrating too, even without being touched.
Exactly. They're in energetic harmony. Or think of tuning a radio. You have to dial into the frequency you want to hear.
So if your internal frequency is tuned to anger or lack, that's the station the universe reflects back to you, meaning our feelings are the real dial turners, more than just thoughts.
That's the core message. Emotions are the most powerful vibrations we have direct control over. So good vibes aren't just about being cheerful. They're about consciously cultivating higher states of vibration.
Okay, if we accept that, then the big question is how? How do we actually change our vibration, especially when we're stuck in a low energy state? What are the practical steps?
Well, he offers quite a few. One immediate thing is using your body to change your mind, an external-in approach. He mentions that study from 2003 showing that even faking a smile can trick your brain into releasing endorphins. It's like a little biohack.
Right. And the power poses idea, too. The work involving Amy Cuddy.
Yes. That research suggests just 2 minutes of holding a confident pose, hands on hips, standing tall, can measurably boost testosterone, which is linked to confidence.
By about 20%, I think it was.
Something like that, yeah. And it decreases the stress hormone, cortisol, by around 25%. So you can literally change your body chemistry and thus your vibration just by how you hold yourself.
That's powerful for managing everyday stress. But what about the deeper, more persistent negative emotions? He offers a specific method for that, doesn't he? A 5-step process.
He does, and it's a really clear framework for working through difficult feelings instead of just suppressing them. Step 1 is simply identify, get specific. What exactly is the emotion? Is it fear, anger, insecurity? Name it.
Okay.
Step 2, challenge. This is crucial. Question the thoughts causing that emotion. Gives an example. Sarah feels worthless because someone didn't text back immediately, leading her to think, no one likes me because I'm ugly.
Wow, that's quite a leap.
Exactly. So you challenge that assumption. Is it really true? Is that the only possible reason?
Yeah.
You poke holes in that negative story.
Got it. Deconstruct the narrative. What's next?
Step 3 is understand. Try to see the deeper need behind the emotion. Maybe Sarah's reaction stems from a fundamental need for connection or validation. Understanding brings compassion.
Okay, understand the root.
Step 4 is replace. Actively swap the destructive thought, I'm ugly, with an empowering one, I am worthy of connection. And this is key. Recall a specific memory where you genuinely felt that positive emotion. Feel the confidence, the worthiness. That gives the new thought vibrational power.
So you anchor the new thought in a real feeling. Makes sense. And the last step.
Step 5, visualize. Mentally rehearse how you want to feel and react in similar situations in the future. Practice the desired response over and over in your mind. It builds new neural pathways.
That whole process sounds incredibly proactive. It's about taking control of your internal world.
It is. And he also stresses the power of the words we use, connecting it back to vibration. He mentions Dr. Masaru Emoto's experiments with water crystals.
Yes. The one suggesting water exposed to positive words like love formed beautiful patterns, while negative words created distorted shapes. Now, those experiments are sometimes debated scientifically. Does King address that?
He doesn't really get into the scientific validation debate. He uses it more, I think, as a powerful metaphor. The core message holds. If our bodies are mostly water, then the words we direct towards ourselves, our internal dialogue, likely have a direct vibrational impact on our physical and emotional state. It's about self-talk hygiene, really.
That's a great way to put it. Treat yourself kindly with your words. Now, another big one he covers is gratitude. Why is that so central to raising your vibration?
Because fundamentally, you can't feel anxious or resentful while you're genuinely feeling grateful. The two vibrations are incompatible. But King points out it has to be true gratitude, not just saying thanks superficially. He has a specific technique for generating that real feeling.
Which is?
You have to actively imagine your life without the thing you're grateful for. Really picture the negative consequences of its absence.
Like his client, Will, in his car.
Exactly. Will was kind of about his car. But when King made him vividly imagine his kids having to walk home in the rain, maybe unsafe because he didn't have the car.
The feeling shifts dramatically.
Instantly. From vague appreciation to deep visceral relief and thankfulness, that feeling is the high vibration you're aiming for.
That really makes sense. Okay, so I've got self-love, managing emotions, gratitude. How does this connect to actually manifesting things, taking action?
Well, the high vibration state sets the stage, but action is still required. He's big on visualization, like top athletes use Michael Jordan, Roger Federer. They famously visualized success.
And there's science behind that, right? Mental practice activating similar brain patterns as physical practice.
Yes, research suggests mental rehearsal can significantly improve performance, sometimes almost as much as actual physical practice, because the brain doesn't fully distinguish between vividly imagined and real actions. It primes you for success.
So visualization prepares the way, but what about actually doing the thing? He talks about procrastination too.
He does. He sees procrastination mainly as a symptom of fear. Fear of failure, sometimes fear of success, fear of the unknown that comes with change. It's a low vibration state keeping you stuck.
And he shares the story of Malcolm, the guy with the business idea.
Right. Malcolm researched and planned for months, maybe years, totally paralyzed by what-ifs. He only actually launched his business when he got laid off and had no other choice.
And it worked out.
It succeeded, proving he had everything he needed all along. The only thing stopping him was his own fear-based procrastination.
That really highlights the need to push through that fear, which ties into his daily mantra, doesn't it?
It does. It's simple but powerful. Stop trying to impress other people. Focus on impressing yourself. And the daily goal that follows from that is just be better than who I was yesterday. Small, consistent steps forward.
It's about that internal benchmark, that commitment to growth. So pulling it all together, the self-love, managing vibration, visualization, action, what's the ultimate aim King is guiding readers towards?
It's about achieving sustained happiness. Not just fleeting moments of joy, but a baseline state of high vibration, of inner peace, that isn't constantly knocked off balance by external events. It's being able to maintain your highest frequency, your best self, regardless of what life throws at you. Your internal state dictates your experience, not the other way around.
That's a profound goal. And for our final provocative thought, King suggests that everything happens for a reason, even pain, to help us discover our own power. He brings in that Rumi quote.
Yes, the universe is not outside you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are. So the question King leaves us with really is this. If our reality is shaped by our perception, our vibration, what limiting beliefs are you still holding on to?
Yeah.
What's stopping you from perceiving and therefore vibrating at the frequency of the life you truly desire?
Wow. Definitely something to think about. Thanks so much for helping us unpack good vibes, good life today.
Thanks for listening to the Book Review Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a comment. See you next time.